I'm very busy, you know. Just so busy these days. Barely have time to think. My days start at 5 a.m. and they don't finish till 10 p.m. It's constant. I'm doing all the things that I need to, that are going to help me build this future that I want, that I know I'm gonna get. I know it. I deserve this. And I know it's worth it, the sacrifice I'm making, but at the same time, when I'm done doing everything I need to do, what's left for me? I just feel like I'm running on a treadmill that never stops. I'm needed round the clock. Don't get me wrong, I love what I've built, what I've created, what I've achieved, but the pressure, it never dies down. Someone always needs something. Someone always needs me. And people, they just expect, like, I can't have a bad day. No way. But this, it has to be done. Has to be done. It will pay off. Then my family, my kids, everyone, they'll understand. In fact, they'll be grateful I did it. They'll be proud of what I achieved for them. They will. Does that sound like your internal monologue? I'm doing it for the future. I'm building the dream. I'm just busy. We wear busy like a badge of honor in 2026. But Seneca would look at that schedule, that 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. grind, and ask something really uncomfortable. How much of that time actually belonged to you? In chapter 1 of Letters from a Stoic, Seneca drops a truth bomb that changed how I look at my to-do list. He says we are dying every day because we keep storing up life for later. He writes, while we are postponing, life speeds by. So if you're exhausted because you're chasing a future, but feeling empty in the present, this letter was written for you. Before we break down Seneca's 3 types of lost time, do me a favour. If you've ever felt like a slave to your own schedule, hit that like button. Let's build a community of people who are ready to stop just existing and start actually owning their hours. And subscribe, because we're going to master these Stoic principles together, one letter at a time. Okay, so how many times have we told ourselves these lies? Oh, they'll understand later. The sacrifice is worth it now, so I can live later. It's worth everything I'm delaying. Everything. It's worth it. It will be worth it. If you're a founder or a leader, you've said some of these words. But here is the Stoic Reality Check from Seneca. Seneca looks at the exact grind and tells us, all things, Lucilius, are the property of others. Only time is ours. While you are building a future for your family, the only thing they actually want is your presence. And that's the one thing you're giving away, whether to your business, to your inbox, to your clients, or simply to your distractions. You are trading a guaranteed present for a hypothetical future. And whilst I know some sacrifice is definitely worth it and definitely needed, Seneca warns us that postponing is the greatest waste of life. Now, Seneca wouldn't want you to just listen to this and feel inspired. He'd want you to take action. So, I want to give you a 2-minute exercise that I call the Founder's Ledger. If you're at your desk, grab a piece of paper right now. If you're driving, do this mentally, but write it down the second you park. Step 1. Draw 2 lines to make 3 columns on your page. Label them: stolen, slipped, and owned. Step 2. Look back at yesterday. In that first stolen column, write down every meeting that overran, every customer, who you gave extra time to that wasn't necessarily needed, every emergency that wasn't yours to fix, and every time your time was wasted. Think about every notification that broke your focus, and perhaps how much time you spent lying awake. In the slipped column, the second column, be honest. Write down the busy work, the inbox clearing that did not move the needle, the mindless scrolling, or the 20 minutes that you spent researching something that you already knew how to do. In the third and final column, titled Owned, write down the time you spent with your family where your phone was in another room. Write down that deep work you did that actually grew your business. Step 3. Look at the owned column. For most of us, that's the smallest list on the page. Seneca's whole point in letter 1 is that the owned column is the only part of your life you actually lived. Everything else, you gave it away for free. Your goal. Tomorrow, I want you to steal 1 hour back from the first 2 columns and move it into the owned column. That is how you start becoming the master of your life again. So, if I need to ask this rhetorical question, although I'm not sure that I do, let's ask, why does this matter? Why does any of this matter? The answer is simply this: because an exhausted founder who doesn't recognize himself is a founder who makes bad decisions. Seneca's advice isn't to stop working, it's to stop being a slave to the clock. He says, set a value on each day. For you, that might mean 1. The hard no. Realizing that every yes to a trivial task is a no to you, a no to your family, a no to your children. 2. The ownership shift. Being the master of your time rather than letting your business own you. 3. The daily audit. At 10 p.m, instead of just feeling exhausted, ask, what part of today did I actually own? The growth trajectory of your business matters, but not at the cost of your soul. Seneca wrote these letters to remind us that we are dying every single day, not in the future, but right now. Every hour that passes belongs to death. If this hit home for you, especially the part about family, I want to hear from you. Comment below. What is one thing in your business you're going to stop doing to reclaim 1 hour for your life? If you missed the actual reading of this chapter, you can watch it by going to the Seneca playlist titled Letters from a Stoic. We're going through all of Seneca's letters to build a life that's actually worth the work we put in. I'll see you in letter 2.